Welcome back to the channel here. We're set up. I've actually hooked up to the PDN, but I'm going to shut down and kind of go over it. The only thing, I know you're not going to be able to see my screen too well. I'm in the wiresx software. You would also need to go to Yaesu and download the wiresx software. If you go to yaesu.com and then go under the amateur section and then select product and then your product, whether it's the FTM 500, the 200, 400, whatever it may be, you go under there and there's a digital linking and you can actually go in and download the wiresx software under files there as well. So you'd want to do that as well, and then you can proceed to install the software. Once you get the software installed, you can set this up. Just when you install the driver, do that before you hook up the cable. So that's the one thing I had. I'll go ahead and shut all this down and we'll go into the PDN node. So I shut down the wiresx software. I'm going to take this out of wiresx mode because right now I had it in there. So we start with this, how the radio would be. Let me turn this around a little bit. So this is how it would be in normal mode. And to put it in wiresx mode so that you can do this, once you have everything hooked up, and you just hold down the power button, turn it off, and then to turn it back on, put it in wiresx mode, there's a GM and a DX button at the top. They're the red buttons. If you hold those down and press the power at the same time, it'll come up and it'll put it into wiresx mode here. After you do that, you can go into your software, start your wiresx software. When you install it, you can actually set it up to start automatically. Right now I have that turned off. I do have a wiresx node set up here at home, and I set this up. I was down in Alabama, down in Moulton, Alabama. Wanted to go to Hamvention down there, but I ended up making my vacation time a week early, so unfortunately I wasn't able to join the guys for the 4 days of August or get in on the Hamvention, but maybe next year. I also was going to go buy Giggle parts, and I never ended up doing that either. But again, maybe next year. Anyhow, I do have family down there, so I spent a week with them, so that was nice. I'm back. It's cooler here. It was hot down there. The heat indexes was 111. I guess Monday it's supposed to be 115. The actual temperature is supposed to be 100 down there on Monday. So you guys at the Hamvention, drink plenty of water. Stay hydrated. Anyhow, we got it up here, and the wiresx is set up. So it's in direct mode. I've actually got the radio in direct mode so that I can actually transmit from the radio. If you have it set in PDN mode, then you may have to have a handheld or something like that to talk to it so that it can go in and talk out. Okay, the software come up here. I do have it on IP v6 so that I don't have to open any additional ports or anything like that. And let me see, I'm going to go up just to make sure that the plug-in set's in there. It's not, and you will end up having to do this quite often, I've seen. So if you go in and add module, there's a wiresweb.dll. You want to select it and then just click OK, and that'll put that in there. I'm just going to connect to my node here to talk to, which my node here at home, my wiresx node, is room number 21213, and it's not backwards compatible right now, so you would have to be running version 2.01 to be able to get to my node. However, there's a lot of large rooms that have not went to that version yet, so you may want to stick with installing the wiresx version 1.57 so that you can access those rooms. But if you do, you wouldn't be able to get into my room. But mine's just a small room, not many people get in there, and you know, it's mainly Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time. We do have a local group that gets in, about 5, 6, 7 people that will check into my net every Thursday night at 8 p.m. And we do use netcontrol.live, thanks to Bucky, Chris, and all the guys there at Kansas City Wide that help do the netcontrol.live. We use that for logging, and not a lot of the guys get in there and use it, but I still use it for logging, and I still put things in there, links and what have you, if I'm talking about a certain thing. Anyway, want to give them credit where credit is definitely due. They do a great job there on Kansas City Wide, and Bucky and Chris do a great job on that Let's Talk Digital Net on. That's also Thursday night, but that's 8 p.m. Central Time or 9 p.m. Eastern, and that's a great net. I've learned a lot from that net. I would definitely recommend, if you like net and you're into digital communication, whether it be hotspots, wiresx, DMR, D-Star, whatever, System Fusion, they do that net, and it's Let's Talk Digital, so it's all things digital. POC, I didn't mention that's another thing that they'll talk about there, and they've always have good topics, so go join them, listen in, join up on netcontrol.live, and if you get in there, you're automatically checked in, or you can check in over the radio. If you do a search in your radio for the Kansas City Wide, you can bring that up. They're on that Kansas City Wide network. Or if you want to find out more, you can go to kansascitywide.com, I believe it is. And before, I think I've said kansascitywide.net, and I do believe it is .com. So if you pull that up, you can go in there, and there's a whole list of information on frequencies that you can use to get there, or different modes to get there. You can get there from Echolink, wiresx, D-Star, DMR. There's several different ways to get into the Kansas City Wide network, even through hotspots, etc. But anyway, we are connected in PDN mode, and we are in direct PDN mode, so I can use this radio to actually talk back to it. And I'm going to try to connect to my room here, see if it gets connected. Okay. Not quite working the way I wanted it to. Doesn't seem to be connecting up, but we are in the software. Oh, well, it says we're connected. So let me try to transmit here. It should show my call sign and stuff up here. It should turn up in green. I don't think you can see that too well on the camera though. I apologize for that. November 8, Victor Tango uniform, and it is lighting up there. It has my node name or room name along with my call sign. This is November 8, Victor Tango uniform. So that's in PDN mode. Now I will go in here and try to connect to a different room, an active room, so we can try to hear some traffic. There's no one else in my room right now, so we'll switch to another room. And there's 109 connected to Kansas City wide. I know you can't see it on the screen, but there's a list of rooms and things over here on the side, which it connected back to my room. But I'm going to right click and go down here and say connect to Kansas City wide. See if we can't hear some traffic on there.
Larry, KB8EMD, recognize. Robert, W9EGL, also recognize your number 2. And my actual tail gunner will be Michael India 3, Charlie India Delta. All right, Larry. What is happening? I'm assuming you got my email with the file attached.
Good evening, Chris. Yes, I did get that, and it's still in the email. I have not done anything. I haven't been on the computer before that even. Maybe tomorrow. I'll take it and stick it in the proper folder. So I always have it. Well, you may or may not know I do have to have some surgery and so on and so forth. That's coming up in September. And other than that, I'm doing well. Very nice day here in Ohio today. Rained a little bit this morning and it turned to sunshine. It's a really nice day. But I want to hear from that gentleman from Belfast. That's going to be interesting. So I'm going to let you go, my friend. Good. It's always good to hear you. This is Larry. Kilo Bravo 8, Echo Mike Delta.
Yeah, I get to go see my hack doctor, chop doctor, also in September, but that's a preliminary. Okay, we'll be thinking of you, Larry. Let me know if you need anything. Robert, W9EGL, on your way down to Huntsville next week. How you doing?
Hey, Chris, W9EGL. W9EGL. Robert is Montgomery, Alabama, where it's 88 degrees and sunny. We got our share of rain today. Chris, it's a good thing I got that power chair for Dayton. It's going to come in handy this next weekend in Huntsville. Now, I've been participating in the 4 days in August at Monte Santo State Park. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday with my fellow YouTuber. And then Saturday and Sunday at Von Braun Center. Scooting around in my power chair. I was thinking of getting one of those flags that you used to get on your bicycle. When you're riding someplace, you want to make sure that somebody sees you. You get this 5-foot fiberglass pole flag on the end of it. I was thinking about getting one of those. Where's Robert? Oh, he's the red flag over there. Anyway, well, last year was my first year at Huntsville. I'd only been at him for 5 months. Didn't know as much as I know after another year. I know lots of folks. They can pick me out of a lineup. I can pick them out of a lineup. and know so much more about the equipment now. So this is going to be quite a special, interesting run show for me. Number two. One thing that I noticed is all the opening. Everybody goes in the main doors. All the YouTube guys line up in the middle of the hall with their cameras pointed at the doors. It's like they're trying to catch the carnage of Black Friday at Kmart. See all the folks pile through the door. Oh, I gotta get my hat from Jason. Oh, I gotta get this and that. Oh, I gotta put my tickets in the barrel. So it's gonna be quite fun. I'm gonna try and take as much film and video and photos as I can, and try to make a fun time of it. Wish you could be there. W9REGL. Robert, back to you, Chris.
Yeah, renting those little carts at Hamvention was definitely worth the extra money. And
Well, it looks like we got a live tornado siren going here.
Alrighty.
So
My tail gunner.
I may have to shut down here and see what's going on. 7-3 for now from the Midwest Ohio ham station. Good night, all.